Should you rent or should you buy? That's the question. With inflation rising as it has been in the last year, you may be wondering, should you put your plans to buy a house on pause? Here is some information that might help you make that decision. The graph that I'm showing you now shows that the median asking rent since 1988 has been in the rising, consistently and steadily has been rising each year. If you're still renting, ask yourself, how many times has your rent gone up? Probably every time that you started a new lease or renewed your lease. And that is not going to change. It can be harder. It can be harder to us to accept, I guess, but it is the truth. Rent has never gone up within the last 5 decades. So if you ask your parents, my parents, how much they used to pay for rent, you're going to see that rent has been consistently and steadily throughout decades gone up. So basically, if you want to have consistent payments, the best way for you to achieve that is if you purchase a home. Because when you purchase a home, you lock that rate, depending upon if you choose to have a loan for 15 years or 30 years. But the bottom line remains that you can safely calculate what your payments are going to be. If you rent, you're never going to be able to do that. So, a few things that I want to share with you. The federal government has clearly said in different platforms that they will increase the rates, the interest rate, that they will make it more difficult for people to purchase homes and to use credit in general. So that has been done with a purpose, which is to basically slow down the market, the housing market, and to force prices to go down or at least to remain the same. Because what used to cost you X amount of money to purchase a home for $300,000 at an interest of 2.8 and 3, now it costs you double for the same price. So that is not questionable. The feds have already said it. They're gonna make sure that they neutralize and slow down the market by raising interest. So we know that. So what does that mean to us? That means that it's better to buy a home this year than it is going to be next year. Because even if the prices don't go up, they stay the same, or even if they go down a little tiny bit, you're still dealing with the fact that you're gonna pay more for the house that you buy next year than if you buy it this year. Why? Because the interest rate will continue to go up. As I looked at the interest rates for the last 5 decades, I was able to see that we had interest of 7%, 9%, and even 12%. So we don't know how much more the interests are going to go up, but we know they will go up. So if you want to buy a house, if you don't want to have to deal with the fact that every year your rent goes up, today is better than tomorrow. Meaning, if you buy a home today, you have a better possibility of saving money than if you postpone that for next year. Because again, it's out. The feds have already said it clearly. So remember that the people that are purchasing homes that are going to then rent those homes to you are also subjected to prices changing, insurance, taxes, and so on and so forth. So they basically are going to adhere to the new standard prices of renting. So no matter how you look at it, what's going to happen is that we are going to pay more for the money that we're borrowing, just not for the prices of the homes. The prices are going to stay the same. Let's say in some circumstances that they were very inflated, let's say that the prices may go down a little. You're still going to pay more if you delay purchasing your home because the interest rate is going to go up. So no matter how you look at it, if you want to have certain stability with regard to how much you're going to have to pay on a monthly basis for housing, you're better off purchasing your home than you are if you continue to rent. That is a fact. Nobody can deny that. So if you were thinking about purchasing a house, if you haven't gotten around to do it, obviously the best year was 2020 and 2021, the beginning of it, because we had very, very low interest rates. But that's not going to happen again. It has been said, and it has been, basically clearly predicted. So remember that what is happening, it's intentional. They are raising, federal government is raising the interest so that they can control the market and force prices to stay or even go down. And how do they do that? By raising the interest rate with which you borrow money. So again, if you're thinking about it, I say you go and you purchase your home, because if you wait until next year, you're gonna be paying higher interest rates. The interest rates are not going to go down anytime soon. So don't get discouraged. Again, this is nothing new. We've been at this rate before and even higher, like I said, and we survived. So happy buying. Don't get discouraged and go get your home, the home of your dreams.